welcome to another video. We're not quite back on the bank yet, but we're on a carp fishing mission heading across country towards London. You buzzing, mate?
Absolutely buzzing for it, yeah, can't wait. So I am pretty hungry, to be honest, and I think you is too.
Absolutely.
So probably need to find somewhere to stop and get a bit of grub in us.
Yes, let's do it, mate.
Come on!
Come on.
To go with.
Let's go in this lane. It's probably the wrong lane. La 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 la.
Right then, well, we managed to find a subway. So we've got basically a little takeaway which is right round the corner from the lake we're going to today, which is Thorpe Fisheries. So happy days.
Right. You're booked on, are you?
We are, yeah. So we're doing a drawing here. It's not a watercraft one like last time. It's basically going to be, you're going to draw a can out of this lovely toilet roll basket I've got here. Obviously the number of whatever swim you've got is on the bottom. Because we got 3 pairs, there's 3 sets of can that are taped together. Alright, so if you're fishing on your own, pick a can that's obviously just on its own, not taped together. And obviously if you're a double or a pair, pick 2 cans that are taped together. Pretty simple. I'm sure it'll fall flat on its ass at the first looking around at the level of intelligence it's done. So come on in then. Shaun, you got a draw for me, or for us, because I know, well, I don't have a clue which one's which, but we've obviously got the draw cans here. So fire on in. Okay. Some of your finest Tesco apple cider. In you go. So
I go for one.
Yeah, go on in. Everyone come on in. Yes.
Grab the twins.
Who's got the right idea?
Grab the twins, Dave.
53, Joe.
That's the one.
Where's the numbers then?
On the bottom.
On the bottom, Fennel.
Oh, you got the.
Hey, he's got a duff one.
You've got a duff one. That means you just got to go home. All right. Pick another one.
Oh.
Pick it then.
37.
One last person.
Do we get to keep the cider?
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Hey!
Alright, so everyone knows what swim you've got now. Obviously, if you're going to go round and get the buggy will take you round for £5, I think it is. Alright, so if you want to use that, just get in line. Enjoy!
Well, hey!
And cheers! Cheers, yeah. Right then, well, the draw is done. We've let everyone else sort of crack on, unload, so the car park is now looking a lot clearer other than our bits and bobs. Yeah, we're going to probably have to do a couple of journeys because we've got quite a lot of stuff because we're here for 48 hours. So, happy days. Let's get the stuff round to the peg, mate.
Get on it.
Let's do it. Yeah, that's bed. Give me a minute, mate.
Whoa! Whoa!
Result. Right, hold on, you got all of it?
Did we just miss a tip over?
Yeah. It's so heavy that time. One-handed barrow technique. Look at that. Go on. So stable this bad boy is. Helps I ain't got nothing on it. Hey! So we've just gone back just to get a few bits. We decided to do it in a couple of trips to make life a bit easier. We're not in any rush. I left the rods and a little bit of spare kit in there, and Hugh had to go back for his Anuki mat and his freezer box. So happy days. We'll get back and look at getting a few rods out. Well, and I've just been having a bit of a lead around. Now, there's apparently a bar that goes across the front of these swims. A lot of fish cruising around, but you're not allowed to use zigs or floaters, so it is going to be on the bottom only. Just leaded a bit further out and just found a lovely little harder area. Absolutely donks right down, and it feels really, really good. So, yeah, it feels lovely. Lovely and clear, and I pull it back a little bit and then it hits some weed. It's just worth making a bit of disturbance now. Oh yeah, well happy with that. Well happy with that. Right, that's it, job done. Right then, finally getting a rod out. So this one's going out onto the spot I found. Obviously got a filter on there still to protect the rig, but I'm basically using my Ronnie, hair rig Ronnie. Got a little 15mm bug pop up there. Tungsten loaded, about 6-7 inches. Little anti-tangle sleeve. Hybrid lead clip, got a little bit of tubing just to prevent a bit of tangles. And then I've got a heli lead, just because I find the heli leads don't have so much movement. There's a bit more sort of tension on the rig when the fish picks it up. So we would take the filter off, check it's all right, and it is. Filter goes in the pocket. We drop it in the margin, check it's sitting all right. It's sitting absolutely perfect. So this one's gone out onto the spot I found, which turns out is 23 wraps exactly. So let's line her up. Out she goes. We're going for orange bobbins today. It's 2 rods only, so let's get these boys on. Oh, where am I going? Bobbin number 2. Switch her on. Game on. Right, the second rod then, same lead arrangement, rig slightly different though. This is my Snowman version of the Ronnie, and then I'm just nicking a little mesh bag on there. Literally just going to put this out shorter, where there's been quite a lot of fish showing. Not sort of leaded around as such, but I've obviously been pulling the lead back through. There's like patchy weed here and there, patchy bits of gravel and that, so it feels all right just for a few hours maybe, just to see if I can nick a bite off of that. So we'll flick this one out. That'll do. Bobbing on. Right, rod 2 is fishing. So here's a little question for you. How many people use a line clip on the rod? It's a bit of an old school method. Used to be used more so when used to fish like an open bail on, really, just so it could hold the line tight. But I still love using them. I love the sound when you get a bite and it sort of pings out. You get this lovely, if I do it on this rod, you get this lovely little click as it comes out, as it pings out the line clip. It just sounds lovely. So anyway, there we go. 2 rods out, one out on that spot that I found leading around, another one just sort of cast out to where the fish have been showing. Single on the left at the moment. I've got the Snowman on the right with a little mesh bag. Let's see if the fish want to play ball.
Right then, first rod's about to go out. So this one's got a 15mm bug hard hooker and a bit of pink fake corn on a sort of Ronnie setup. So fishing on the bottom, 21 wraps out. Decided to fish slightly shorter because it felt just a bit cleaner than the 22 I originally wrapped up at. All right, let's try and drop this on the spot. Happy days. Right then, rod number 2. Now this one might take a couple of chucks because it's quite a small area I'm fishing on. But this one's going out on a 12mm bug pop-up, so match the hatch of what I'm going to be putting out again on a little Ronnie setup. So depending on how this first one goes, I might not bore you with multiple casts if that's what it's going to take, but you never know, this might go first time. But if you watch the channel, you'll know that's unlikely. Right on top of the other one. It's looking better. Happy days.
Right, there's the mix then. So it is bouillon pellet only on here. So just to mix it up, I've got some 18s, some dumbbells and some 8mm, which is pretty much what I use everywhere at the moment. Been doing really well on it. A mix of the S7 and the bug. I've also got something a little bit different, which again I've been using a bit lately, which is some paste. So I've got some S7 paste and some bug paste, probably about 1 kilo in total, just to add some instant sort of flavour and attraction onto the spot. Breaks down really quick, and it's just something a little bit different that I think not many people will do. So we're going to get a little bit out. We're not going to go too crazy, just put a few spots out there to try and get them grubbing about, and see if we can get a bite on that. Just a little tip, if you dip the rod top when you're bringing a spod back, it comes back a little bit more direct, and also it keeps the braid wet, so it kind of helps with reducing any sort of frap ups or anything. Obviously the wetter the braid is, the easier it goes through the guide. So yeah, just a little tip when you're bringing it back in to save, hopefully save yourself from potentially losing a spod. Those birds are literally on that. I'm gonna get a bird in a minute.
Gotta be a coot. That's a bird. Well, either way, it's getting reeled in, isn't it? So. Yeah, that's a bird, isn't it? Wow, got picked up by a coot, but it got the heart racing.
Right, we're back on the bank now. We are in the swims, all set up, and the rods are fishing. So we did a draw in the car park this morning, and I managed to pull out some 51 and 50, which, to be fair, seems like it was a nice result, doesn't it, mate?
Yeah, no, it's a good draw, mate, so well done on that. Hopefully the fishing lives up to your draw efforts, but yeah, we've got a nice bit of water out in front of us, so I'm coming round to the pegs. We could see fish, you know, from quite close in all the way out to sort of, well, halfway and beyond. So yeah, can't lie, there was definitely some fish out there in front of us. We both had a good lead about. I found a nice clean sort of gravelly area at 21 wraps, and you found a nice cleaner area about 23, is it?
Yeah, I was a bit further at 23. We've put a bit of bait on there. We've both sort of put a bit of bait on those spots. I've started off with one on the bait, and then I've actually fished one closer in, just with a little mesh bag, because I've seen a couple of fish showing closer in. But I think you've sort of just committed to the bait, haven't you?
Yeah, I've gone straight in on that spot because it was the only clean area I could find out there. So yeah, I'm not going to lie, the shows have sort of calmed down a lot since we've made all that commotion, as to be expected. But as the sort of light goes later on this evening, hopefully, yeah, we can obviously start picking up some fish and put ourselves on the score sheet. So
let's hope so. Well, hopefully we all managed to catch something this session and everyone has a good time. So yeah, it's been nice so far. Hopefully it ends up being productive, don't it, mate?
Yeah, so, absolutely. And the benefit is Shaun's bought this little brolly so we can tuck away out the sun, because it's absolutely blistering out there at the moment.
Certainly is.
And yeah, stop the sunburn, because that's not cool. So let's enjoy it, mate.
Yeah.
Sit back and relax.
Let's enjoy it, have a social, and hopefully have a few fish.
Let's get a beer.
Let's get a beer.
You're round.
Alright, I'll dig one out.
Go on, dig it out. Yeah, back there, boy.
I'm gonna have to get off the chair.
Yeah. It's a good finish to the update, this. We'll kill it there.
Oh no! Oh, it's come off! Oh no! What the hell? Right, bit of an update for you then. So it's about 6:30 and I have just had my first bite. Get in there! Downside is I got cut off. Yeah, not ideal. Now, I don't know whether it was a carp and it's gone across the bottom and sort of just cut me off on something. The hook length was a bit cut up, to be fair, so it could have been that. It also could have potentially been a pike. I'd imagine there's probably a few pike in here. I might have got caught up, picked up by one of them, and that's obviously bit through. But anyway, it's a bit of action, so it's an indication there's something going on. So just on the off chance that hopefully it was a carp, I've put another few spots out on the area just to sort of activate it again, get a bit more fresh scent out on there. The birds are diving on the bait as well, so I think we're going to have to keep it sort of going in regularly just to try and keep the food out on the area. But yeah, nice bit of action anyway, something's happened. So I actually brought in the right rod straight away and cast it out into the zone just in case there were some fish out there. There's a chance then of getting another bite quite quickly. I then wrapped up the left-hand rod that I lost the fish on, fresh rig, fresh bait, and obviously sent that back out onto the spot. So I'm now fishing both rods out on that baited zone. So anyway, while we're waiting for another bite, it's about time me and Hugh had a bite because we're absolutely starving. So unfortunately, I left the barbecue at home, which is a disaster. So we're gonna have to leave it. We're gonna have to go with the Ridge Monkey, but we're gonna have some burgers and some kebabs. So we're gonna get that on, have a bit of food, have a few drinks, and chill out for the evening. And hopefully, one of us will be having a bite shortly. Cheers!
Cheers.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, mate? What are you doing? Weirdo. Strange, mate. No. Ooh. It's a bird.
Yeah. There's plenty of birds out there. Right then, so it's just after 11 o'clock now, and yeah, it's coming to the end of the first day at the social. Hugh has already got in the bag. I think he's absolutely shattered. We had an early start, got up at 5, picked him up at 6, and we've obviously been on the go all day. Obviously, drinking cans of cider doesn't really help the situation, but it is a social, so it's got to be done. Now, in terms of fish, we're still fishless, as well as most of the group. I think only 4 fish have been caught so far, so yeah, it's not been the most productive first day. There's been a few lights showing on the opposite bank, which is just general day ticket anglers, so potentially the fish have moved that way, and they've been having a few fish this evening. I'm not too sure, but there's been a bit of activity over there. But hopefully it picks up for us and we end up actually getting something. Obviously I did have a bite but got caught off. That also happened to Joe, it turns out. So yeah, we've had a little bit of action over our side, or our section of the lake, but yeah, not really the outcome we've been looking for. So we'll see how it goes anyway. But if something happens in the night, we'll obviously get the cameras out and show you. If not, we'll probably speak to you bright and early with a coffee, and yeah, obviously come up with a plan for the day. So anyway, until then, I'm going to go get in the bag, get some rest, and hopefully we'll see you with a fish. If not, I'll see you in the morning with a coffee. See you then.
Right then, well, good morning. It's about 2 in the morning, and yeah, we've had a double take, so happy days. This was the first one, £17.10, and it fell to a 12mm bug pop-up. Recast the rod, and I kid you not, in less than a minute it's gone rattling off again with another one. So get a couple of photos of this fella, slip it back and get the other one out. Right, and here we go then. Here's the second one of the double take, £24.2, so definitely his bigger brother. But yeah, what a lovely little brace to have. Absolute result. Slip it back, fingers crossed for another one. I think it's Shaun's turn there, definitely. Thank you for coming, you beautiful creature. Nose diving assault.
Right then, first one in the session for me, a nice early morning bite, £22.7. Bit of a warrior this one, and it's definitely been on the bait, because it's been depositing it all over the unhooking mat, so nice to see they're on it. But yeah, nice result, nice to get a first fish of the session, £22.7. This one was on the DNA bug pop-up over all that bait, so hopefully we're going to have a few more today. Hugh obviously had a couple in the night, so yeah, things are starting to pick up. But we'll get her back, let's see if we can get a few more. Well, morning then, it is coffee update time. Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Well, I am all out, but it's a lovely Colombian blend, isn't it?
It was, yeah, it was a nice blend, mate, I'll give you that. So, yeah, we've had a pretty productive night, to be fair. Hugh had a couple of fish in the early hours. I've had one at first light, so we're both on the score sheet. A couple of 20-pounders between us as well, so nice little result. And I've just been done on my other rod, my right-hand rod. and there's plenty of fish showing in front of us, isn't there, mate?
Yeah, absolutely. There's stacks up. There's plenty showing probably just off the back of us. So yeah, towards the other guys on the far bank, who I think are doing fairly well. But fingers crossed, they'll drift in and we'll pick up a couple more bites throughout the day. And yeah, it'd be nice to have a couple of daytime bites. So
certainly would, yeah.
We're not just catching at night and feeling absolutely shattered. But we can't moan. We're out fishing, we're catching, and life is good. So yeah, I guess we'll keep you updated throughout the day and the social later on this evening, mate.
Yeah, certainly.
Happy
Catch up
days.
later.
Right then, well there we go then, fish number 3. Came as I was spotting out a load of S7 and bug, nailed on a 12mm bug pop up on a little Ronnie rig. So what a lovely mirror that is. Fish number 3. Happy days, nice to get one in the daytime. Rod's already back out, we'll put a bit more bait out, see if we can hit repeat. Get in there. There we go then, another bug muncher machine. Oh, he's off. He ain't hanging about.
Right, so Hugh's just had a fish quite quickly after putting some extra bait in. So I'm going to follow suit and I'm going to top the area up. Makes sense to do it, as he's had such a quick bite off of his spot now. So we're just going to put a couple of spods out there. It could be that potentially the fish have cleaned it out, but obviously it's going to put a fresh bit of attraction out there. He has found a different spot as well, so it could be the spot, but I'm going to just top up the area because I'm still fishing a little bit further than what he has, although we could be in a similar zone because of the angles. But I'm going to just put a couple extra out there, see if we can get a response. Come on! Oh, she's pulling. Whoa. Oh, that is kiting right. Jesus. Right, it's bite number 2 for me. I've literally just put a bit of bait out, and about 10 minutes later it's gone ripping off. We've literally just slipped Hugh's fish back. He found a different spot, put some bait in, had a reaction from it straight away with that fish, and I've basically thought, well, I'll get a bit more bait out then because it's gone a bit quiet out there, and the rod's gone off. Feels quite nice at the moment, it's fighting really nice. The only problem you've got here is because it's so shallow, they do kite across the other swims, so I'm trying to give it a bit of pressure just to keep it in my zone. Oh, it's got your line. Has it? Yeah. That might be why it feels feels so good. It's dragging your lead in.
Sorry about him, Nathan. Here's the screamer. Yeah, right.
Right, someone get him on the net. Get in that net. Yay! Cheers, mate. There we go then, fish number 2 for me. Well happy with that. Lovely scaly fish, lovely condition, and yeah, nice one to have. This one come on a baited spot again. I just topped it up with a couple of spods. Hugh had just done the same, had a quick bite, and it's happened exactly the same for me. 15mm bug pop up, a load of bug and S7 out on the spot, and they're absolutely grubbing it, and most of the fish are pooing it out on a mat, so it's clearly getting through them. So anyway, we'll get this one back, and hopefully we'll have another one shortly after a bit of breakfast. Go on. It's going to take yours out. Right, I've literally just put the fish back, which was number 2, and the left hand rod has now gone off, so the other rod, and I'm playing fish number 3. We've had quite a hectic bit of action this morning. Seems like just putting a little bit of feed out, not too much, but just essentially fishing for a bite, seems to have woken the spot up again, and they seem to be having a bit of a feed. I think Nathan next door is putting a bit of bait out, which I think is definitely a good idea. Get in there! Oosh! Fish number 3. Are you ready?
Yeah, you're gonna have to go right down to get in it.
Yeah, there goes Griffin. That was great.
Way! What a release! Fish number 3.
Oh dear. What a release. I got a soaking wet foot, so I thought I'll just go in a little bit and let him go. Got wet for no reason. Perfect! Right, time to hit repeat then. Little hook cover taken off, fresh Ronnie, fresh hook bait, all wrapped up and clipped. Let's send them out onto the zone. Oh, just missed that bird. Once again, back out on the money. Let's be having another bite. Sounds on the net. Going in. Hey. Yes! 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 PB?
Nah.
Oh.
Is it baby? It's upper teen, maybe 20.
About time we had a little one. Yeah, upper teen.
I'll be the judge of that.
Right then, well, I've just had another one. Again, fell to a 12mm bug pop up. A lovely little mid double. And yeah, early afternoon bite is always going to be welcome. So, going to slip this one back. I think we've got a bit of a plan to head down to the shop, get some nice cold beers ready for the social this evening, and also do a bit of a wander around to see some of the other lads. So, slip this fella back, we'll crank the rods in, and do what I just said. Nose up. Not the smartest one, are you? There we go.
Whoa! Ah! What the hell? Well, I've just been absolutely done there. That was ripping off. Not quite sure what's happened. Hook's absolutely fine. I think that was potentially a fish with a bit of a dodgy mouth, that one. Well, that's frustrating. Right, Hugh's last rod that was out on the spot has just gone rattling off. We were just tidying up the swims and we're going to go for a walk and pop up the shop. Just rest the swim a little bit. Stick a little bit of extra bait out there and obviously give it a bit of a rest. And the last rod's just gone rattling off. So a few fish have obviously drifted into the area and dropped on his spot. But I think even though we've had a few bites today, I think resting the spot is still going to give it a good... I think it's going to make it better for later on today. I think we've got more chance of having a few and keeping the spots going by resting it and almost giving the fish a little bit of a free bait, leaving the lines out of the water so they can feel a little bit safer, and hopefully later on we can capitalise on that and hopefully have a few more fish later. So
Oh, the pressure's on now. The camera is there. Oh, I just really hope this one goes in. I'd like to thank my mum, my dad, obviously my wife, the children at home while I'm not there. This one's for all of you. Everything you do for me. Is that what you were looking for?
Yeah, that's spot on, mate.
Yeah.
Spot on.
Oscar speech, yeah.
Bosh!
Right then, well, this was the last rod out as we're just reeling in to pop down the shop, as I've already mentioned. And yeah, it's gone rattling off just after I turned my receiver box off, so that was a nice surprise. But yeah, another 20 pounder, just over. Once again, guess what? Fell to a bug pop-up. Boring, I know, but it's working, so why would I not repeat it? Right, slip it back, let's go get a cold beer, mate. I am thirsty. Parking? No, I haven't seen any, mate.
Oh, it's a pain display, that.
What? Virgin Waters.
Ain't much virgin around here.
Yeah, I bet. Ain't that the truth? It vogues everywhere. Money, money, money! Money! Aha! This is what we need. Magic! Leaving on a jet plane.
Don't know when I'll be back again. Is that right?
Yeah, that'd do.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right then, so we are just walking back to the swims. We've been round the shop, got ourselves some supplies, some nice cold ciders, and some baits. So the spot's kicked off a bit this morning, hasn't it, mate?
Oh, as indeed, we've had a real good morning and, well, early afternoon, so yeah, it's been really good.
So hopefully it's going to continue into the evening. Hopefully we get the old one in the night and maybe finish off with a few before reeling in for the end of the social tomorrow. So let's get back to the swim, get some stuff sorted and get back on it.
Come on. Right then, well, we've rested the swim for a couple of hours while we popped up the shop and obviously had a bit of a chat with people around us as well. We've got no idea where Shaun's walked off to, but I've decided it's time to get the rods back out there, see if any of those fish have sort of moved in on that free grub, and fingers crossed we can pick up a quick bite. So let's get the rods out. There's definitely a bit of slicking going on up there. I don't know if that's off either Nathan or Shaun's spot or mine, but yeah, it's definitely a bit of a slick going on. Bang on. Wow. Take that. That's the left-hander sorted. So I'm going to sink the line, make sure I get a nice good sort of direct line lay because of this sort of slight crosswind. And yeah, I'm just going to make sure we get all that set and ready because this might be the last cast sort of before the evening. So we'll get it all sorted, make sure everything is absolutely pucker and perfect. So yeah, I won't bore you with waiting while I amend this line and then chuck out the second rod. But yeah, we're back fishing after resting the swim. Let's see if it pays off. unfortunately absolutely nothing to report for either of us, but I had a cracking night's sleep, mate. Don't know about you.
Yeah, I did have a nice sleep, to be fair, much needed. So I'm on about, I think I'm on 5 fish now. I think, are you on 5?
Yeah, same mate, yeah,
5, yeah. So we're sort of even Stevens now. So it's been a nice session, to be fair. We've had a few bites. Unfortunately, I think I've lost about 4 due to like hook pulls and getting cut off, which is a bit gutting, but it is what it is, it happens. So, you know, there's been a few fish knocking around out in front of us. You reckon we're going to get one before we go?
It'd be nice to sneak one more out for one of us, just to obviously round up the video nicely, but yeah, I guess only time will tell. A couple of hours to go, so fingers crossed. Sink the coffees,
yeah,
see what happens.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, no, whatever. Let's get on it.
Right then, well, we said there might be a chance for one more. And my 6th fish, and also the largest of our session, at 26 pound 6, a lovely, lovely common. Yeah, mega fish. So yeah, nice to have another one and a slightly better 20. Got a couple of wasps attacking me. So we'll put the fish down, slip it back, and finish with a pack up. Happy days. Oh, then there we go then. Probably the last fish of the session for me. Lovely 26 pounder. Going back to fight, make some other anglers' dreams. Happy days. Right, so that's the end of the session then, and a bit of a cracking one, lads. Everyone enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Good, good. I think we've had about 36 fish out between us all, so yeah, not a bad little average, and quite a few 20s, so well done all. This year's winner is Jack with a lovely 30 pounder, so fair play. So Jack, here you go, mate.
Thank you very much.
You get the really joyful effort of having to pay 15 quid to get it engraved, so.
Thank you very much, yeah. Been a great trip, and yeah, what a cracking fish to win it with.
Yeah.
So yeah, cheers lads.
Well, mate.
Happy days. Well, that's enough for this year then, so safe travels home, lads, and we'll see you all again next year.
Hey. And,
hey. Oh, no problem at all. Thank you. Yeah, cheers, Dan.
Cheers, Dan.
Yeah.
Here's Al.
Thank you very much. No need to take rubbish home.